Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are insightful or just give you good vibes of an uplift that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times and needing spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation, validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share them while you're at it. Give a girl a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Hey, Okas, the untold story of the clown of the sacred, the trickster, the unrenowned inspiration that will inspire others. Y'all know that last part I always quote to people. You don't know that you're a walking, inspiration. You don't realize at times that you are a walking guru, affirmation, and a mantra all at the same time for everything that we have faced in our lives, the ones that were chosen. There was many called, but only few were chosen for the different situations. There may have been different times you have faced different things, and a constant lap of confusion, just destroying, trying its best to destroy your mere existence. But all it is really just seeing different things in your life that really puts that power of a meaning. You are that person that holds that strong vibrations of actions of high frequencies, intense vibrations of what a true warrior really is. There's a lot of different things we go through in life that, it just really takes us through a emotional roller coaster at times. And sometimes we can be that constant, train wreck, because we tend to put heavy situations on our lives when it really truly doesn't need to be. We find humor in the most hurtful things at times. Sometimes you just gotta if I sit up here and cry, it's gonna not stop. And you're just going through all those different things in your life. And just seeing everything you've gone through. I met so many people that, is part of the tribe, and the treaty, just like the tribe of, beautiful brothers and sisters all over the world, all different walks of life. And, there's so many different things that breaks my heart for the fact is that you have experienced throughout, your life. And those are the things at times it makes you really question, your purpose. It really wants to question your mere existence. It's like, I'm tired of hurting. I'm tired of waking up, going to sleep, and it's just all this heaviness within the world. There's so many different people that are being very hurtful to one another. How are we supposed to make the possible of impossible? How are we going to make the impossible possible? And these are the things that we're doing through our own actions of the things that we suffer from, the painful situations that it's hard to truly shake off at times. Being able to forgive a lot of different things that sometimes it feels like only God can forgive certain things in your life. And just being able to see the truth in a lot of situations that, that looks like it's just a walking disaster. And from that situation, you're just like reclaiming, who you are. A lot of times you don't realize it usually takes a tragedy, a huge tragedy, to tear you apart and put you back together, and being able to be that person. A lot of times we place that vibration of the word broken on ourselves, or jaded, tainted, all these different things in life. A lot of times I see myself as being unlovable, because it was just like I never really thought I was getting the love that I truly deserved, or if it was there, it was overlooked, from my situation, because there were so many different things that I went through in life. And, just being able to see all the stuff that I've gone through, the things that I constantly face, being able to be honest about my weak vibrations, which creates a very beautiful strength, because there's a lot of people that act like, nothing bothers them, or, oh, I'm not faded by, what this situation was, or I'm not hurt by what this person did, and that's an insult to your mental health when you do different things like that. And it's just like when you can find that that pet peeve, or that's sticking out like a sore thumb type situation, you're allowing yourself to step aside and really say, you know what, I really need to fix myself. If I want better in my life, I have to start acting better. I have to start projecting better, reflecting better, being able to call my own self out for my own stuff, and being tired of my own self. Because I said sometimes I get on my own daggone nerves. And because there's so many different things in my life that I used to really allow to get to me. There are certain things that still be getting to me, but I have to allow myself to say, you know what, accept that. When you can really truly allow yourself to let truth of acceptance that happened, matter if it was a part of yourself that's no longer needed, a part of yourself that you didn't allow yourself to hold accountable for, you didn't take responsibility for those times, the vibrations of victim mentality that you may have unsubconsciously as well as subconsciously projected throughout different things in your life, seeing people for who they are, regardless on who it is, family, best friends, life partners, boyfriend, girlfriend, baby daddy, baby mama, wife, husband, whatever. These are the things that has faced that, because it's just like, yeah, we can say all the time, girl, it's hard as hell. You try to do the things that we do, and it is. But that's what makes it, when I'm not dealing with, and, I have to work on that, because it's like, it's so beautiful until you facing some stuff and you're like, I really hate this situation. Why do I feel cursed? In those different situations. But for you to be chosen, you have to look out at the world, because a lot of times people feel from the things they have endured throughout their life, it's hard to have a positive road from the things that it's hard for them to really, part ways with. And these are the things that you work on every day. Just being able to tell yourself, even when things feel like it's out of control, it's coming together just for you, because it's just like it is steering you away from things that's no longer needed. They're allowing you to see the truth in everything that you cross your mind with, or you allow yourself to entertain, you welcome in. These are the situations that are doing that. And from when you can allow somebody to know, and I tell people, you are your own walking inspiration. You don't realize you're in that vibration of manifesting an inspiration for so many different people, for them to be able to know exactly what you went through. And it's just like, dang, that person can really understand, what I go through. This person really understands the struggle that I go through on a daily, of where I'm constantly being misunderstood. People are being too comfortable with misunderstanding me, and really not understanding the different perspectives I'm trying to get them to see, understanding the truth. Some people can't digest that, knowing you're that type of person, that you are a walking mirror that many people will tend to despise, as well as fear and intimidate. And the more you tend to own up to your oneness within the truth of yourself, it gets very potent, it gets very powerful. And when you're around people that want to stay oppressed, want to stay ignorant towards the truth that lies within, that you become walking. It's like, they're doing control. What do they call it? Damage control. And they can't stand you for that. Because I told people, just watch. I used to always ask, why do people, get upset because of things that I project out? If you feel like it's a lie, I really don't have a reason to lie. But if it triggers you in some kind of way, there's certain things about yourself you're not wanting to acknowledge that has something more to do with the individual that's being triggered and less about me. I have to own my own triggers. There's a lot of things that I've pressed out on, my children, within my making of my growth, things I have to work on the daily, being able to be more of listening ear than a talking vibration, and just allowing yourself to really let it sink in. And sometimes that situation is not easy. That type of vibration is not easy, on that road, because we're all on that road to redemption and salvation through a lot of different things. And that's where your power peaks at, because you're allowing yourself to no longer run. from what you know is true. And a lot of times that truth can be very scary. And it's just like, what the what? Because it's just, when I see all the things that I've done, the times that I feel, burdened by so many different things, it's just like, you're not alone. A lot of times it feels like life is just not fair. How things are going, everything goes against you. And it's just really not that way, but it's just about how we choose to look at it. There's so many different people going through different things right now, and it's like, you're a PowerPoint when all these spiritual transitions that's taking place in your life, and it's really hitting you so hard, your body aches really bad, you have a tough time sleeping, you're very sensitive, more sensitive than you usually are, allowing yourself to go in solitude, not wanting to be bothered, you're trying to allow yourself to really, face what you really need to hold yourself accountable for, where the initial healing needs to take place. And a lot of times when you're trying to figure out, when you're writing different things down, or you're trying to allow yourself to analyze, okay, these are my issues that I'm carrying. Okay, how is it affecting you? Is it keeping you from being the best person on yourself? It's not allowing yourself to be productive in the situations that you truly need to be productive in. Are you allowing the truth to really be, seen as what it is, so you can work on that, productively? Being able to see, okay, I got a short temper. I got, I don't have patience at all. A lot of times it's hard for me to be able to see the truth in certain things, maybe because, I do that, in certain situations when I feel like it's one way and it's another, because shoot, I'm stubborn as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. Sometimes on certain situations, it's hard for me to see. It's like, can you see what I'm saying? Like, no. Just no. Let me allow myself to rewind. But I'm being honest about that, because I'm always an open-minded person. But it's just like certain things, like especially if it comes, through certain people. Sometimes it's hard to be able to do that at times, especially if it's been seen and done in a situation that is, it's been going on for so long. It's trying hard to be able to do that. But when you want to be able to create that foundation of peace, and if it's worthy of this connection to stay like that, you have to be able to have that common ground on what things needs to be said about certain situations that really can no longer continue. And these are the growth of the process that's taking place into your life. And for you to be able to do that, there's, like I said, there's so many different people that walk around, woe is me. And, I can't come back from the things that's been done. I did this and this to that person, or this and this happened with this person. And I really don't see myself being able to come back from that. And it's just like, you can come back from anything if you put your mind to it. It's not going to be something that's easy. It's going to take a moment, but you're going to see some very harsh situations. And sometimes it's hard for us to be able to digest that truth at times, and you don't really know how strong you are when you're allowing yourself to really face the things that is like an emotional trigger for you, a painful situation that you really need to allow yourself to, be attentive at, being able to allow myself to say, if I want to keep carrying on with certain individuals or certain vibrations that I'm trying to, raise the bar on, I have to be able to allow myself to start doing it in a different direction. At times, it's just like you can't use old tactics on new visions. If you want something good to come out, want things to be therapeutic, and move in strength and positivity, there are certain things you're going to have to, readjust on how you're going to be able to grow from those things. And, it's not easy. It really isn't. And it's just the fact is you are facing so many different things right now. It feels like you're in your own purgatory. It can feel like that, because there'll be days that I'm okay. And then there'll be certain days that I feel like, oh, hell about to break loose in my life. And I know it's preparing me for something I didn't even prepare myself for. And I have to keep reminding myself of that. When that God is about to bless you with ultimate greatness, those stakes is going to be very high. Anytime that he wants to make sure, are you willing to do anything I ask you to do? To get what I have blessed for you, because it's going to be more than what you asked for. It's more than what you thought you were worthy of. And for that to be able to happen, I'm going to put a lot of rocky moments into your life, just to see, are you gonna, you gonna stay, committed? Because this is for you. This ain't for him. This is for you, because he's already where he need to be. And I tell people that all the time. And sometimes I gotta remind my own self of that. Like, girl, get your ass off that high horse. There's a lot of times I stay stuck in my old ways, and I'm like, Roslynn, can't do that. You can't do that. You have to keep on moving. A lot of times it's hard for you to be able to do different things, but if you want a better relationship, with people you truly admire, truly care for, love, protect, you have to be able to hear the sides that they want you to be able to hear, have it, how it to be, have it to be reciprocated on different things, finding healthy alternatives to be able to have like that, have that talk with anybody, like if you're having, issues, like I always tell people, I had issues with my children because of my trauma that I've gone through. I passed that on to them. I exposed them to that, and just being able to say, I hold myself accountable for that. Kids gonna be kids, but you don't have a written instruction about how to raise a child, especially with me. I was a child raising a child, you know, and those are the things, even with my mom and, my parents and stuff like that, that passed on. Uh, there's times my heart gets heavy because I see the stuff that I put, my family through. I see how much I put my father through. Um, and it was like more between me and his situation after the transition. It was more deception than anything in life, and that was just that situation that broke me. But then when I can see, all the things that I'm facing right now, there's days I cry and I tell God, even though I may not understand where my road leads, where you're trying to make sense at certain things, I'm just trying to, make decisions that you see is breaking my heart, that is continuing to break yours. And I want to be able to be the best at that, and try it every day. Because there's times I get mad at God and try to understand why you got me going through this. And a lot of times you don't realize you're putting your own self through certain things. It's just He's trying to make you see certain things in your life that you need to make a very swift decision on. And these are the things that you really have to get serious about. Because a lot of times I didn't take my life seriously. I felt like I wanted to be able to point the finger at everybody else and just left myself out of the equation. But now, having to be able to own it, yes, you have some toxic ass vibes that you project towards your children. You've seen it through. You played in that situation for so long. You know that was all you thought. That was the norm for me. So when I'm doing this situation, and really, when I have situations with me and my children, I can see what I put my mom through. And there's so many days I cry to her, even though she's not here no more. You can make that matter into your life. You can place that in there, because a lot of times people have passed over. And I think the worst thing for anybody, and I always tell people, if you have a situation where your parents are still in your life, maybe it may be toxic, in a situation. To a certain extent, I can see you just straight cutting that cord off and just like, what, it's too much. But if it's something very petty, ain't that serious, y'all got an argument over one thing and y'all let that pride get in the way. Don't allow pride to get in the way of a parent, because it's like you only get one. you know. And it's just my blessing. I had two. One, my mom, biological. I love her. But, for situations that has taken place, I had to make peace that she didn't want me in her life. And I don't feel bad or, upset with her. But I have to understand certain things went out that way, or there are certain things projected towards her that was supposed to be seen that was against her, really was just a fear tactic for, truth. I still love my mom, but I also see my mom that has, raised me, and that's who I see. I just allow myself to still apologize to her for all the things that I put her through on my part of, the stuff that I stressed her out so much about. And it's just like, when I see the stuff that I go through, that I went through with my mom, and it's just like, girl, did some bad stuff, because now you were just that one person, got a whole three. And I was just like, damn, that karma hit deep. But, being able to do all that, like I tell people, I use myself as an experience. It's not for me to be pitied or feel sorry for or even get attention. It's just being the truth. I had a toxic upbringing, it was very bad. And just for me to be able to do that and say, yeah, I had my own, even though certain things were, shielded to project towards other people and victim shaming, with other people that's neither here nor there, but just being able to hold myself accountable, and allowing myself to heal from the deception that's taken place that was out of my control. But being able to say, you know what, it's allowed me to tear down anything that I thought was true, anything that was programmed, anything that was learned that I had to unlearn, to be able to build a foundation up of my truth. Not allowing myself every day, I have to be able to allow myself, don't get fixated on what people did. Don't get fixated on what people lied, connived, and did whatever. Allow yourself to stay focused on your healing. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. You have to understand, when you know you move in your power, your purpose, and it's positive, those 3 P's, power, purpose, and it's positive. You got powerful, positive intentions for what you're doing. Whatever's done in the dark, it's going to reveal itself when God sees, that change. And, you have to understand, truth always outweighs the lies anyway. A lot of times the lies go on so comfortable. People get comfortable with doing it. They end up catching their own selves in it. So it's just not even about that, but just being able to say, we all have gone through different things in our lives. Sometimes you really don't get the answers you feel like you deserve, but doesn't mean you ain't gonna get them in some kind of way. A lot of times we look for justice, we look for, vengeance and all these different things, and we lose focus on, why don't we allow ourselves to heal from certain things that take place? Because sometimes you need to really stay, repetitive on, allowing yourself to heal in so many different layers. Because a lot of times we feel like one meditation, one mantra, one affirmation should be able to make a swift healing process. No, because a lot of times the stuff that you have really endured in your life, that's going to need a while. You have to, do it on a daily process. And those are the things I had to do, because mine, it goes deep. That's a pain. Like I tell people, I don't wish nothing that I went through on anybody, even my worst enemy. And I got a lot of those. But, just being able to say, thank you for me allowing myself to have the opportunity just to heal, and being able to use my views of experience for an instrument for others to be able to see their lives and know that you can come back from anything. Sometimes it may take longer than others, but if you stay committed to your own self and be consistent and no longer complain, what do they call it, complacent, you don't know what power you can have when you allow yourself to stay honorable towards your own self, towards your own healing and your own redemption and salvation. Anything can happen if you allow yourself to do it. So I hope y'all are able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I'm going to have a Heyoka chat is going to be about the Lionsgate portal. I didn't think I was going to do any videos today, but it was just like I was watching all these little different positive videos, and I've been resting because it's just like this daggone transition just hitting us as the hard. So, I said I had to be able to go ahead and take that time for myself. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. Like I said, I always leave my content information in the description box below, as well as my podcast that I've been working on as well. And a lot of times I tell people you can hit me up on social media or, email if you want to discuss something with me. You're not too comfortable with placing it on here. I can truly understand. Whatever we discuss is confidential, and I try to help out the best way I can, even through my experience, my knowledge, or the things that universe gives me, or they direct me towards a certain vibration of information to be able to give you a deeper understanding about your life. So, I try my best to do that. So whatever you're trying to manifest in your life, I hope it comes so much bigger and better than you ever expected. And whatever God and universe has offered for you will bring you the blessing of happiness and an uplift of abundance and prosperity to your knees, and I hope you can get it sooner than you actually predicted. And even through social distancing, make sure you have, you give people, love and light, positive words, vibrations. You never know. Those things really take somebody a long way. And I hope you enjoyed your weekend, and happy Lionsgate Portal Day. Oh, Lord. And hopefully you'll see me later. Much love to you. Peace.